What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel, back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. Okay, you guys, tonight we're talking about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 6, Episode number 7. Now, I almost felt like I did this vlog already. I was about to get ready to get comfortable and get ready to start watching a new season of the Mob Wives. Y'all know I love my wives, and I will definitely be blogging. I've never blogged about my wives before, but I will definitely be blogging this season. It's the last season. And it looks good. I just saw some previews as I was coming down the stairs, and Drita was cussing somebody out. Anyway, like I was saying, I felt like I had already done this vlog, so I was getting ready to sit down and relax, pour my glass of wine, watch the Mob Wives, right? And I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. I saw my notes sitting on the table. I'm like, wait a minute, I haven't even done my Beverly Hills. But because I live tweet the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, so I feel like I already reviewed it because I put a lot of my thoughts on Twitter. Do you guys follow me on Twitter? Please follow me on Twitter. My name on Twitter is Mika Chanel, but my I guess that's what they call the Twitter handle. When I first signed up with Twitter, I didn't realize you can never ever in your life ever change your Twitter handle. So my Twitter handle is at MTTH07. That is my Twitter handle. But if you just want to search for me, you can find me at Mika Chanel 2 and then subscribe, and then you won't even have to worry about my Twitter handle. Anyways, so let's get into this episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 6, Episode number 7. So when it starts off, the ladies are still at Lisa's magazine cover party at the hotel. They're sitting down, they're eating dinner or whatever, and for some reason they just start talking about, the friends that they've known that had gotten divorced or whatever. I guess I think it was Lisa Rinna maybe and Lisa Vanderpump or two other ladies. I can't remember if it was the two Lisas or what. But two other ladies were, knew some people that were recently, I guess, getting divorced. And then, for some reason, Lisa Vanderpump uses this as a segue to ask into a conversation with Eileen, to ask Eileen about her husband and how they, their affair got started and all that. Because, when Eileen and her husband Vinny first got together, they were both married to other people. And so Lisa Vanderpump is just, she's asking, Lisa questions. First of all, she's like, how did you meet your second husband? She's like, well, this is my third marriage. I've been married 3 times. And Lisa's like, oh my God. Everybody at the table's like, oh my God, you've been married 3 times. And Lisa Vanderpump just can't believe this. And Eileen's like, well, I thought this was common knowledge in Beverly Hills that I've been married 3 times. Well, whatever, And then Lisa just continues to ask her, like, so how did it first start? Was it like the first kiss that did it? Because, basically asking her, like, how did she just start up an affair with her now husband? And Eileen was clearly uncomfortable with this conversation, but instead of telling Lisa she was uncomfortable, she was continuing to answer Lisa's questions. But you could just tell she was uncomfortable. She was saying in her interview that she was uncomfortable, and then later we saw her tell Lisa Rinna that she was uncomfortable with, how the conversation was going. And Lisa Vanderpump just kept asking just ridiculous questions, and she was just basically being nosy, but that's how she always is. The thing is, I don't understand why people don't turn that around on her, because it's very rare that you hear someone grilling Lisa Vanderpump about anything. It's almost as if they're intimidated by her for some reason, It's just really strange. All of that to me is a little strange, but I just felt like Eileen should have just been like, mind your business, 1 or 2. How did you and your husband meet? Or, try to turn the subject around, or something. I just felt like Eileen, you got to step it up, girl. You got to step it up. You have to start asserting yourself a little more with these women, especially Lisa Vanderpump, because she likes to kind of sort of low-key bully people in a way. I like Lisa Vanderpump. I don't necessarily like all of her ways. I'm more so like her, her house and all of that type of thing. But she definitely low-key bullies people, I think. So, Eileen, you gotta be on your P's and Q's with her. Anyway, so I guess it's the next morning and everybody's waking up. They're at the house. The only thing I want to talk about with this scene and when they're the next scene after the dinner is the fact that the ladies could not figure out the Wi-Fi password. Okay, the Wi-Fi password was Southampton with and Kyle kept saying without the H, without the second H or something like that. So it wasn't Southampton. It was Southampton, but they just could not figure it out. And I thought that shit was hilarious because I'm like, okay, Southampton. I mean, just get it. Just write it down and then you guys can understand what it is. But they were walking around like, I don't understand. It's like, how many people does it take to screw in a light bulb? Anyway, so then later on that day, the ladies go to a wine tasting and it looks fun. And I guess on the way over there, they were asking Lisa, were they going to the wine tasting? Was she looking for new items for her, new wines for her collection that she has, rosés or whatever? And she was like, maybe, possibly, whatever. But when they get there, the topic turns to Erica. So Lisa Rinna is like, she's really anxious because she hasn't met Lisa. She hasn't met Erica yet. Because remember when Erica was introduced to everyone, Lisa Rinna was in Canada with her family, or she was at Ace selling her clothing line or whatever. Anyway, she was doing something else, but she wasn't there. So Lisa, she just seems a little anxious to meet Erica. So she said that she Googled her. And she saw, I guess, one of her videos. And so Lisa Rinna feels like Erica's videos are just very raunchy, very sexual. And she's like, she's trying not to be judgmental. So, instead of being judgmental, she's just going to sit back. And I'm like, by saying that, you're being judgmental, clearly. You know what I mean? Like, come on, girl. Just be real with your feelings, just be real with your feelings. She just feels like it is just a little a little rich for her blood, I guess. Lisa Rinna, girl, now come on. How old are you? Now I know everything up in that video you have seen before. Okay, get out of here. So she pulls the video up. The ladies watch the video. Lisa Vanderpump, of course, has to turn it around on herself, and she's just like, oh my goodness, Ken, we got to make a video like this because Ken was also there. And she's like, we got to make a video to top this or whatever. Now, I don't want to get on the whole gang up on Lisa bandwagon or whatever, Lisa Vanderpump. But, I mean, she is really starting to annoy me. It's like she, you know what? Her personality with her just being nosy and liking to, be all up in everybody else's business would not bother me so much if I felt like I could connect with her a little bit more. Like the other women, I feel like they're a little bit more genuine and they open up a little bit more. And I just feel like Lisa Vanderpump does not really do that. I still feel like after what was the 6th season, I still feel like, she's just, I don't know, a little standoffish. And she has a spinoff show. I feel like it's more of her stage. I feel like we get, the stage Lisa, the always on Lisa, I feel like on camera, and I feel like she has to be a different person. I mean, I don't want to give Brandy Glanville much credit to what she says, but she did say that Lisa was different off camera. So I don't know. I just feel like, I just want her to open up a little bit more. And I want the ladies to get her to open up a little bit more, but I just feel like they're intimidated by her for some reason. Anyways, so that's basically it. Eileen though is into the video. Eileen is like, she is loving it. And everybody needs to spice it up a little bit. She's like, Erica owns her sexy and she is into it, okay? So anyway, so the next morning, Erica finally arrives. Or no, later that day, I think she finally arrives. She says that she went to the hotel. She dropped her stuff off at the hotel because she still, basically has a room. She doesn't realize at first that the ladies have, moved to a house, and she's like, well, I already have the room. This is where I'm supposed to be staying. So this is where I'm going to put my stuff, my things or whatever. So she puts her things down there. She goes to the house and Lisa Rinna is kind of in awe, I guess, of her. She says she's cotton candy, Las Vegas showgirl, and Chanel, like kind of all wrapped into one. I think that the Beverly Hills ladies, I'm thinking that Erica is going to be a great addition to this cast because she's so loose, and you know, the ladies, they have fun, but they're still a little uptight. They're still so PC about everything, you know. So and Erica is not, she's definitely not Brandy Glanville, you know. She's definitely not, you know, just you know, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is. What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? I don't even know. She's not raunchy. She's, you know, she's just you know, she has this other side to herself. But you know, when you're talking to her, you're not, it's not like she's like F this, F that, and you know, she's, you know, keeping it classy. So, but I definitely think that she's gonna open up these ladies. Hopefully, at least Eileen, she's gonna open up Eileen, because Eileen is ready to be opened up. The other ladies need to open up a little bit. So anyway, so Lisa, you know, just tells her that she saw her video, and Erica thinks that's funny, and Lisa Rinna is just like, oh my God, you really put it out there. And Eileen's like, I just want to be you, girl, okay? So, you know, and Erica she's enjoying meeting the ladies or whatever, but she, you know, she has said in a prior episode that she is not normally around a lot of women. So, you know, she's normally around like her gay male friends and, you know, just a couple of, you know, women here and there that she hangs out with. But she said that, so, you know, they're a lot different than being, you know, around her gay man friends. You know, with women, you know, you got to sit back, you got to observe, you know, you got to see what's going on. You know what I mean? I definitely feel you. I feel you, Erica. I feel you. You definitely do, because they be scheming. Women be scheming and just for no reason at all, just looking for a reason to just be mad and just hate and just for no reason at all, you know, just, I guess, boredom. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so they basically, so then the next scene, they go over to Yolanda. She is recovering. I think she's in a hotel because they're still, I believe, in Ohio. So yes, they are still in Ohio, because Erica said she was going to fly from the Hamptons to pick Yolanda up, and then they were going to go home to California. Anyways, so they flash over to Yolanda. She's in the bed, and David is like, you know, taking care of her drainage tubes or whatever. And Lisa Vanderpump calls, and David says like something very insensitive. He had said some other things in other episodes, or another episode this season. He had said something when they were on their way to the hospital, but he was like, you know, Yolanda was, Lisa Vanderpump was asking how Yolanda was. Excuse me. And so David's like, you know, she's doing good, you know, whatever. And Yolanda's like, hey, thanks for calling. And then he goes, yeah, Ken's got better boobs than Yolanda. And then he corrects himself real fast and is like, oh, bigger boobs than Yolanda. And did you see the look on Yolanda's face? She was really hurt by that statement. And you could just see it all over her face that she was hurt by what he said. And I would have been hurt too. That was a fucking asshole. That was just a dick ass comment. You know, who says something like that? But Yolanda feels and hopes that this is what's going to make her better, and that this is probably what's been keeping her from getting better. And I mean, I want to go ahead and agree with Yolanda. I mean, if I got just loose silicone floating all around up in my body, I'm sure, you know, or anybody with that floating around in their body, I'm sure, especially for so long, because, you know, she said it was like probably burst even when, you know, her kids were babies and she was nursing them. And I didn't even know you could nurse with implants, but I guess you can. Anyways, so yeah, so hopefully this makes her better. Like I always said, I felt like she does have some kind of illness, but I just don't think that it is what she thinks it is. Anyways, let's move on. So Kyle is and the other ladies are getting ready to go to Bethany's house, and Kyle and Bethany have been friends for like over like 20 years, I guess Bethany used to work for I guess they first met. I guess Bethany was working at some restaurant, and she knew that Kyle had dated her current boyfriend that she was dating at the time. And so she went up to Kyle and said something about, I found your makeup in the bathroom, or something crazy like that. I don't know. And then they became friends. And so from there, then I guess Bethany did some work for Kyle's sister Kathy, and they just became friends, and they showed like an old school picture of them, and Bethany was not the skinny girl. Like, it wasn't like she was like fat or anything, but she definitely looked a lot more healthy in that picture than she does now. So maybe she may need to eat a little bit more. I liked her, and I liked the way she looked in the picture that they showed of her and Kyle. I thought it was it wasn't, her bones weren't poking out or anything like that. Not that, now I thought that in this episode though, I thought that she looked a little bit more healthy than she did on this past season of The Real Housewives of New York. So maybe things in her life are settling down, and she's doing a little bit better. Anyways, let me stop rambling about that. So yeah, so Kyle decides that she's gonna go to Bethany's house a little earlier, so she can chit chat, catch up with Bethany and all of that. I guess it's been a while since they had seen each other. And so when she gets to Bethany's house, they chat about the ladies a little bit. And Bethany asks her about Kim. She's like, is it really serious? Is it what they're saying it is in the news, or are they just blowing it out of proportion? And Kyle gets a little emotional, but they talk about it, and she's like, I want to be there for my sister, but I just don't feel like she wants me to be there for her. And Bethany's like, she doesn't want you all up in her face, so you might have to love her from afar for a while, whatever. And she says in her interview that she feels more comfortable talking to Bethany about her issue with her sisters, because Bethany knows her and she knows her sisters, and they go back a long way, and she doesn't feel as defensive with Bethany, which I can understand that. Even though her and Lisa Vanderpump are were really good friends before the show started, you can't get more comfortable with someone than with someone that you've known for over 20 years that have been kind of intertwined in your family. So I can definitely understand that. And so then they kind of move on and start talking about the ladies. She's like, they talk about Erica, and then Bethany just goes off on a tangent about Erica. Now, first, I'm like, okay, is she jealous of Erica? Is she just in awe of Erica? She kind of teeters throughout the night back and forth, but Bethany pulls up, I guess, Erica's Instagram and shows Bethany some pictures. Bethany's like, oh, that's a bad bitch right there. And I'm like, really? Okay. That's a bad bitch. Okay. I hate that term, but whatever. People like to say it, so I'll roll with it tonight. Anyways, so they just kind of discussed that, and I don't know. I'm still having a hard time reading Bethany. Like, is what's going on with her and Erica? Because when the rest of the ladies arrive, Bethany starts calling Erica Bambi, and it just got really kind of a little weird, and then especially when they get there and Bethany's like kind of showing them around the house. They go out in the back, and then Bethany wants to show them her bar. She goes into the bar, and as they're leaving, as they're leaving out of her bar area, which is really nice. It's kind of cool to have your bar separate from the house. So it's kind of like, if you go in there, it's like you have your own little lounge or little nightclub or whatever. You can put some music in there. It's completely separate from the house. I thought that was really, really, really nice. It was really nice, I thought. But we didn't see that part of Bethany's house on The Real Housewives of New York, so maybe she had just built it, or maybe they just didn't get around to going out there, because they did go to her house on The Real Housewives of New York. But anyway, they leave out of the bar area and they go to sit down and eat. Erica goes to the restroom. So while she's in the restroom, Bethany's like, oh, her husband must really be in love with her. You know, she's Bambi by day and a hooker by night. And I'm like, oh my God, really, Bethany? Now, I was watching The Real Housewives of New York from the beginning, so I know Bethany's personality. Not know, like I know her personally, but I know her on TV, her on TV personality, what I see. I'm assuming that's how she is all the time. And, but I just still felt like she was being a bit much last night. I don't know. I just feel like she was a Bethany like times 20 or something last night. It was just, she was just, to me, being a little shady towards Erica and a little just kind of for no reason. And Erica's just being really, really polite and trying not to, trying not to be so, trying not to get on the defensive or whatever. I guess basically killing them with kindness. And Eileen is just like, oh my God, I would prefer to hang out with Erica over Bethany any day, because Bethany is just like really overbearing. So then they start showing one of Erica's videos. The ladies are talking about how they really liked it. And then Bethany's like, well, you really want to know what I think? And I'm like, well, first of all, nobody asked you. But now when you say, do you really want to know what I think? Then, I mean, what other answer can you say? But yeah, I want to know what you think, especially when they say it like that. Like, okay, bring it on, bitch. What the hell do you think? That's what I would be thinking in my head, So anyway, so Bethany's like, I think it looks a little low budget. The production value is horrible. And Eileen, Eileen is all on the Erica train. Eileen is like, I thought the production was good and great, da-da-da. So anyway, so she's like, I thought it looked a little low budget, this, and that. And, you seem to be really smart. You married your husband and all that. So I think that you know what you're doing. And I'm like, well, why did she slip that in there? You married you seem to be really smart. How you married your husband, as if it was like a game that she played to get her husband. I mean, she may have played a little game. Y'all play little games or whatever. But it's the way she said it was like Erica was out to find a rich older man or something like that. And I was thinking like, well, if she was out to do that, then she probably would have done that, before she was in her mid 30s or however old she was when she was married her husband. Anyways, so so I just didn't understand where that came from with Bethany. But and so somehow, I can't remember right now how they got on this, but then Erica's like, well, do you want me to show you? Or Bethany says, show me, or whatever. Somehow they got up and Erica is trying to show Bethany a move, and they drop it like it's hot and they try to come up, and Bethany's old ass bones start cracking, which her and Erica are probably the same age. I think Bethany's in her mid 40s. She might be in her early 40s, so I'm not sure. Anyway, so Bethany comes up, her bones start popping. I'm like, girl, you better lay off that skinny girl and get you some water, okay? Water. Your bones popping, you need some water, girl. Or some protein or something. That was a fun. I was like, oh my God, was that her bones just cracking? And then Erica's like, ha, got you. I got you without even having to. I read you without even having to read you, because you can't do what I do. It's not so easy, is it? Okay? No, not with your bones popping like that, girl. Please, bye. Get out of here. You're not on my level. Okay, deuces, homie. So I know that was like, some vindication for Erica, because I would have thought that, it's, I would have thought that I would have been vindicated a little bit if that would have happened, especially as Erica was trying to be so nice for the whole night. And then, with Bethany just acting the way she is. And then she's, they're in Bethany's home. So I just really don't understand why Bethany would go in on her in the way that she did. But, Erica's just like, she's rolling with it. And she's a little irritated and saying, well, I guess anybody can make margaritas and I don't tell her how to make hers, whatever. So anyways, that was kind of that night. And I guess Erica got the last laugh, with Bethany's bones popping. So the next morning, they're back at the house. Lisa Rinna's outside doing yoga. Lisa had actually left early from the dinner because she said she was sick, and she said it was coming out both ends. She had to get home. She didn't feel good. She went to lie down. I think she just didn't really want to be there. She was really uncomfortable, I think, with Lisa Vanderpump and Eileen's situation, because Eileen had said something too. Lisa I mean, Eileen had said something to Lisa Rinna about that. About what had happened. So I just think, and then with Bethany, and then I think she was a little uncomfortable with Erica. I just think she was just uncomfortable all around, Lisa Rinna. So I think that's why she left. But anyways, when she was doing yoga the next morning, I'm like, girl, yoga is not going to help you with these women. Okay? The only thing that's going to help you with these women is a damn margarita and a motherfucking fuck you. I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to sip and you got to say deuces. Sip. Oh, sip. Deuces. I'm getting sleepy, y'all. So I'm getting real goofy. Anyway. Oh, yeah. So anyways, so I think that Lisa, Erica did end up, I guess, staying at the hotel because you see her and Lisa and Ken, they're in the limo and, hold on, you guys. Yeah, so they're in a limo and they're going to meet the other ladies at the house. And so Lisa Vanderpump just starts asking Erica, about her husband and just like, is he fun? Just all kinds of different things. Like, is he like a young 76? And, just all of this stuff. And it's kind of like questions. It just sounds really judgy to me, the way that Lisa is just kind of a little calculated with the way that Lisa is asking these questions to her. And I'm just like, it's one thing to ask people questions to get to know them, but it's another thing to come across the way that I feel Lisa is coming across. And maybe she just doesn't know any other way to be, I don't know, but it's just, I don't know, this season, I think that she really rubbed me the wrong way with Kyle, with how she was, just going on and on and on about Kyle not being invited to the wedding, then being invited to weddings. I think that I'm just a little annoyed with Lisa right now. So maybe I'll feel a little bit differently in a few episodes. Anyway, so I just felt like that. And I'm just like, well, what's up with Ken? Ken is not like, it's not like he a young 70-year-old, okay, with his 2 hip replacements walking around like a mummy all the time. I mean, come on now. Both of y'all husbands are in their 70s. And I mean, shit, once you hit 70, once you hit 65, I mean, you moved into grandma territory. And I mean, it is what it is. So, I mean, it's 70 and 76. I mean, shit, what the hell? Come on now. Come on, Lisa. Get off of that. Anyways, I just think that Erica says that she feels like Lisa Vanderpump just likes to make people uncomfortable. And I'm agreeing with you, Erica, girl. Anyways, when they get to the house, they're chit-chatting a little bit. And Eileen decides to pull Lisa Vanderpump to the side, to kind of tell Lisa Vanderpump how she felt about, the whole conversation that they had with, about her, how she met her husband and, about the affair and all this and all that. And Lisa's just basically like, that's just how I get to know people. I just ask questions and just know, if you don't want to answer any question that I ask, just don't answer it. And then, and I'm an open book too. So, if you want to ask me something, just go ahead and ask me. And I'm just like, girl, Lisa, I don't think that that's true. But hey, I don't know. Eileen, start asking questions, That's what you need to do. Anyway, so Lisa, she's, she just is like, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. So I don't know. I still feel like Lisa, she does. Just like Erica said, she likes to make people feel uncomfortable. And I think she gets a kick out of it. It's some kind of power thing, I think, for her. So what was her tagline? I don't know if it was last season or one of the seasons where she said, it's her playground or something like that. Beverly Hills was her playground, or I don't know, something like that she has said. So yeah, I think that she just enjoys playing the game. And I think that she plays it very well. But for some reason, I just think with her grilling Kyle about, everything, especially in front of her kids, I'm just really annoyed. And I'm like the type of person, like sometimes it takes me a while to get over my annoyance with people. And it kind of sometimes will allow me to maybe see things one way, see another situation in a way that it really isn't, just because I'm annoyed. So, you know, like I said, I might change my opinion about Lisa Vanderpump in a couple of episodes, but we'll see. But for now, she's just annoying the hell out of me. And that's pretty much it. You know, Eileen says that she feels like Lisa Vanderpump pretty much just hurt her feelings and then turned it around on her. You know, I mean, but like I said, Lisa's good at playing the game, and that's what she likes to do, and that's what she's gonna do. So, anyways, that's it. That's the episode. That is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 6, episode number 7. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please rate this vlog, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, hopefully. Leave your comments down below on anything I missed in the vlog that you guys thought was interesting in the episode, or just whatever you want to comment. Like I said, criticism is always welcome as long as it's constructive. Don't be rude, all right? Don't be rude. Don't let me bust out with somebody around. Anyways, you guys, I'm about to take my sleepy butt upstairs because the sleepier I get, the more goofy I get, the more I talk. I don't know why, but, you know, are you guys like that when you get sleepy? You just talk and then you get real goofy. But that's how I am. So, you guys, until next time, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel Is Just Saying.